Hey, what's up YouTube? Andy Prime here, doing a first video review of the Thrilling 30 Springer. There's his box, pretty cool looking artwork and everything. Says it's a level 2 intermediate. Says ages 5 and up too. Sure. Show me a 5-year-old and do a triple changer. Yeah, sure. Alright, well, let's look at this guy. Pretty cool looking car mode. For a triple changer, you know, he's got flaws, but he's got some pros too. I would say on all three. His best mode though, robot mode. That just neither one of the other modes beat his robot mode. As you can see, this is his car mode. There's this gun that he comes with, and it's pretty cool. Double shot barrel thing. I have to apologize if you hear like noises in the background. My neighbor's cutting his grass or something. Pretty cool. You know, nice detail on the gun. Nice paint apps. Not too bad. Car itself, very well detailed, as you can see. They did do a lot of time on this guy, detailing him. Little molding details, little side guns. The tires are very cool. They're just plastic. Ugh, can't talk this morning. But they're cool. Not a lot of kibble at all on this guy. When you put him down, he is pretty much cool. You know, you don't see anything really visible or anything. But he does have a problem with his rolling. We'll get to that in a second. There is his sword storage, which is pretty cool. It hooks into these two little clips underneath the which are landing gear for his copter mode, but knee pads as well for his robot. And they got little clips on the bottom there that they clip into. Well, not really clip, but you know, just kind of what am I looking? Tabs. There we go. It's very cool, but I would have loved to seen this part down here where it would have looked like his engine compartment, and then this coming back would have been like a dry shaft. It just kind of looks a little bit reversed, but all in all, pretty cool. Like I said, really no kibble on this guy at all. He's very, very well done. Detail on him is really good. I mean, they put some time into him. Now, he doesn't roll that well because of sometimes it's the landing gear out here, and then sometimes it's because of how you have to get him to kind of tab. He is notorious for some tab issues. We'll get to that in a second, but his paint apps in the front are just god-awful horrible. There is two different yellows on this guy. You get a yellow like this for this and this, and then this kind of yellow for this, and this panel, which I don't get. It's kind of ridiculous. Also, this guy just got bought today, brand new, and he comes out of the box. Horrible paint right here on the side, chipping. It's crazy. I mean, I've transformed it a few times, but still, it shouldn't be that bad. And like on this side, you can see some of the grain actually showing up underneath the yellow. I mean, it's just really, really bad. But this piece of plastic, and I mean, they're all the same plastic. I don't get why they went with a much more glossier paint here. I don't get it. But this, and this, great. You know, very nice done. But the other part of this paint, just god awful ugly. Front end of the car, pretty cool. Autobot insignia. The headlights are kind of the same translucent plastic as this stuff. It's pretty cool. Kind of a bluish green. Got a little bit of detail in there, but you know, just kind of for show. Because I guess it's kind of like his Cybertronian vehicle mode. I don't know, pretty cool though. He really is. This isn't his best mode, like I said, but it's pretty cool mode. His tab issues in this mode can be frustrating too. He doesn't like to tab that well up in here for some reason. I'm not really sure why. And he tabs back in here as well. There's little tab spots back there, and they don't always tab that great. They really don't. I know that sometimes if you take out his sword, what we'll do here, and Sometimes if you take that out, like I said, he'll roll better. Sometimes it just is the gear. Then sometimes it's the tab issues itself. Because I mean, like right now, he's rolling very nicely. But sometimes it's tab issues too. It just kind of depends. But everything's hooked in there, and he's still got a horrible tabby gappy. This side, not so bad. I mean, he's pretty tight over here on this side. These little pieces right here, these will really be a pain in the butt. I transformed like a few times, but I hear that multiple types of transformations, these are horrible to unpeg and rotate up here to cover these wheels. Just a pain in the butt, I guess. This piece back here on this card mode does not tab in. It just kind of free floats. It just hangs down. But like I said, he is a very cool looking card mode, except for the little minor problems, the paint, which is, I guess it could be minor, but still, that's kind of ugly to look at. You know, very bad. And the tabby issues, which some of the tab issues are even worse on helicopter mode. So we will now transform him into his copter mode. We have helicopter mode. Not bad looking at all, seriously. But there's some issues with him. You know, he's not the most perfect helicopter. For some reason, and I don't get it, but if you can look at him like right now, his propeller is sitting at a angle. That would make him lift off differently. But that's just kind of one of the flaws. And this is horrible to almost... I mean, I'm like fighting it right now to get it out of the housing. Because this is pretty cool. It's a sword, and it kind of just, you know, unpegs up here, floats down, and goes up back into sword mode. It was really cool how they did it. It's kind of like just a Loctite situation that when this piece right here comes down, it rotates up, catches these little gears here, and locks it into helicopter mode, which is really cool. Let's talk about this guy in his helicopter mode. Bad peg. His tab issues are horrible right here. As you can see, there's tabs, tab inserts, no insert. You can fight it all day long, and you will be tired. It will not go in. So you're better off just kind of leaving it like it is. These side panels, which would be his, I guess, wings to a point, they have little tabs on the side over here. You can see it right there as a tab. It's supposed to really tab in securely over here, but it doesn't. You know, kind of just sits in there loosely. His wings have nowhere to tab up in here, so literally they just sit where they're at, which I don't think is really cool. I wish there was a kind of a tab issue. Not of there. It'd be nice if it had like somewhere to tab, and it just doesn't. So I kind of sit there loosely. Landing gear. You can also take his gun and sit it up in there, but I don't feel like fighting it right now. But you have to have the gear up. But like I said, not a lot of kibble on this guy. But once again, you know, still very well detailed. You know, pretty much the same. I mean, probably the greatest tab on this guy to ever speak of is this tab right here, where it combines the legs at. This tab is so tight. It's not so tight, but it's tight, but it's perfectly tight. You catch my drift. It's good. It's not too tight, not too under tight. It's great. This one tabs really well too. It just locks in. But I mean, it's pretty cool. All in all, not a bad mode. I would say it's pretty much the weaker of all three. But, you know, it is what it is. It's just basically swinging some things out and moving around, and you got a copter. But like I said, no kibble really. The landing gear back here doesn't move or nothing. It's molded in. So it just kind of sits there. Same with the front, but it's cool. So we will now go to which I think is his best mode, is his robot mode. We have his strongest mode by far, in my opinion. His robot mode. I'm just going to knock out all the flaws really quick so that we can get on to the very nice pros of this guy. Like I said, he was just bought, and here is, focus, his paint. This is pretty much one of his bad flaws on his robot mode. It's like choppy paint. I don't get how you cannot get that right. But, you know, that's one of them. Next flaw. Oh, wow. Mr. heel spur. His right heel spur will not stay up correctly. It's very loose. As you can see, the right heel spur, left heel spur, my fault. His left heel spur is perfect. Sits nicely. This right one, floppy doppy. You know, besides having the paint apps that are wrong still on the shoulders, very cool. His tabs up here are a little loose, but you know, I guess that's expected. Now, basically, to all the pros of this guy, his robot form is just awesome. He is very well articulated everywhere. He has swivels, pivots. I mean, this guy, you can get a huge amount of poses out of him. And he tabs together pretty well in this form. The head sculpt on this guy, awesome. He's got like that wrecker look to him, just very well done. Hands, you got no articulation in them. You got a wrist swivel, but that's about it. But the fingers, you know, don't move or anything. But still very well done. I mean, he's a cool toy. I mean, he really is. You know, except for the flaws on him, which are pretty bad in both car and helicopter mode. But in his robot mode, not really there. I mean, they detailed him really well. Focus, come on, focus. There we go. You know, he looks good. He really does. And I keep him in this mode anyway for my, you know, display and everything. He's a good looking guy. Now, do I think a kid 5 and above can do this? Well, I think a kid well above 5 can do it. I don't see any 5-year-old just popping him out of the box going, hey, look, I can triple change. But I mean, he is a cool triple changer. He's, you know, got his flaws and stuff, but he's still a good looking toy. What could they have done better on this guy? Paint. I would have liked to seen a little bit more paint apps on him, especially kind of like in the legs. And I really wish they would QC and quality control look at this stuff. You know, that's horrible on the paint. I don't know how you get, you know, 2 different yellows. Seriously. This back here, you're better off just kind of leaving it up. You know, transformation and everything. But his, like kind of like right there, he's kicking it, and he still stands. I mean, he stands very well, pretty much in any pose you put him in. I don't know. Is he worth the money? I got him the other day for $23. Yes, if you really want him for display in his robot mode, well worth the $23. If you're wanting to display him in any other mode, nope, I would not buy him just because of the sheer tab issues and the paint app issues. No, he wouldn't be worth the $23. But for this mode alone, this was well worth the $23 just to have this guy in his robot mode. You know, because like the back of the box, this is what gets me sometimes. I understand that you're not going to have a perfect thing. Seriously, not going to happen. But come on, get closer. Really? You know, it's like, you get it. It's not that hard. If you can make him into a triple changer, you can make him tab. But I mean, he's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, very cool. It's the first time I've seen Hasbro do a triple changer. Will they get better at it? I hope so. But who knows? So I believe my next review is actually going to be Blitzwing. That's who I'm thinking. I may be wrong. I don't know. That's another triple changer. But all in all, should you get this guy? Well, he has a record. He's very cool looking. I would say, yeah, like I said, I would get him if you want him for the robot mode. I was actually looking at a review of this guy from MGO316. Great guy. I think his reviews were just awesome. So, you know, if you get a chance, go look at him. Really good guy. He didn't have as many issues as I have, I think. And like I said, these are brand new. These are the new ones that just came out. So it looks like, you know, everybody's having these issues too. I've talked to quite a few people, so it's not just me. But if you want him just for this mode, then he's well worth the $23. If you want him for any other mode, I'd skip on him right now until he like really lowers down. But this was my first video, guys. I'll be doing more. So please, you know, leave a comment or something. Doesn't matter if it's good comment, bad comment. You know, I take it all in stride, and I can take criticism. Anything to like help me become better at these reviews. You know, I welcome them. So I appreciate you checking it out. I'll hopefully have another review up this week or next weekend, which I'm hoping it's going to be Blitzwing, but I can't guarantee it. So appreciate you viewing, and I'll talk to you later.